Imagine playing a classic strategy video game. You start with a tiny base, a few villagers, and a small patch of land. But as you collect resources, build an army, and conquer your neighbors, your tiny village slowly expands, merges with others, and transforms into a massive, powerful empire. This isn't just a game mechanic. This is exactly how the political map of ancient India was drawn over 2500 years ago. Welcome to our topic, the rise of Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. Towards the end of the second millennium BCE, the nomadic lifestyle in North India was changing. People started forming settled groups and clans who shared the same language and customs. They claimed specific territories and settled down. They called these settlements Janapadas. The word itself has a beautiful literal meaning. Jan means people and pad means foot. So a Janapadas is quite literally a place where the people set their foot and made their home. Each of these territories was led by a Raja or a ruler who protected the land and his clan. But as the centuries rolled on, some of these local bases wanted to level up. They wanted more land, more wealth, and more power. By the 6th century BCE, a massive political wave hit India. The smaller, independent Janapadas began fighting, conquering, and merging into each other. This consolidation gave birth to much larger, hyper-powerful states called Mahajanapadas, the Great Janapadas. Ancient texts tell us that there were exactly 16 of these massive superpowers dominating the subcontinent. They formed a giant network stretching all the way from Gandhara in the northwest, modern-day Pakistan and Afghanistan, to Anga in the east, modern-day Bihar, and reaching down to Ashmaka in central India near the Godavari River. Among these 16 giants, a few ultimate superpowers emerged that dominated everyone else. Kosala in Uttar Pradesh, Vatsa, Avanti in Madhya Pradesh, and the most legendary one of them all, Magad in Bihar. To protect their immense wealth from rivals, these superpowers built incredible, massive capitals like Rajagriha in Magad and Kaushambi in Vatsa. These weren't just open towns, they were heavily fortified, high-tech fortress cities. They were surrounded by massive stone walls, deep defensive moats filled with water, and insanely narrow gateways so an invading army couldn't just rush through. Many of these ancient fortress capitals, which were built over 2,500 years ago, are still thriving, bustling major cities in India today. Now, if you look at a map of these 16 superpowers, you'll notice something fascinating. Most of them were packed tightly inside the Ganga plains. Why? Why did everyone want a piece of that specific land? For three very simple strategic reasons. First, the Ganga river system made the soil incredibly fertile. More food meant a booming population, which meant bigger armies and richer kingdoms. Second, the nearby mountains were packed with a secret weapon, iron ore. Having access to iron meant these kings could build stronger, more efficient plows to produce endless food, and far deadlier, sharper iron weapons to completely crush their enemies. And third, the rivers acted like ancient highways. A massive trade network opened up, connecting completely different regions and allowing goods, ideas, and wealth to flow instantly across the subcontinent. And that is the story of how India transitioned from scattered tribal settlements into massive, fortified urban civilizations. It wasn't a sudden miracle. It was a slow, calculated shift of people setting their foot down, building walls, unlocking the power of iron, and laying down the very boundaries of ancient Indian governance.